looks good. Wow.
It is good, thank you.
What do you have? That looks
Deep fried avocado.
Oh, wow. Yum. You got it for me? Awesome.
Somebody else. I made so many changes, trying to better myself. Came to a conclusion, I can do bad by myself. Sick and tired, baby, trying to explain myself.
Those look good. Good liaison, huh?
This a few years back. So this song is by Cream.
This must be the biggest vat of guacamole in the world.
It is!
Wow.
Only in Carpinteria. And only by their girls cheerleaders.
Right.
Want a beer?
You know what?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the 33rd Annual California Avocado Festival right here in Carpinteria, California. This is the World Championship of Guacamole. At this time, here's how we do this. I need each and every one of you to please rise up out of your seats. Come on, stand with me. I want you to put your hands together. I want you to clap, get loud, and get excited for my co-host, John Ragtime Palmentary.
Thank you, Jim Wakefield. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to Carpinteria for the World Championship of Guacamole. This is it. We've never really secured it as an official title, copyright, or anything, but Drew said so about 5 years ago, and it stuck. So here we go.
World Championship.
Please be seated
Robin, I will need you to sit down.
and start praying.
Sure.
We are so happy you came out today. We saw so many of you at the strong arm contest yesterday, where our winners had to hold 10 pounds of avocado straight out longer than anybody, and we had women and men over 60 and under. It was a fantastic competition, and this festival has a lot of great competitions, if not quirky ones. Let's get this thing fired off with some great energy, ladies and gentlemen. From the Warriors of Carpinteria High School, we're bringing to the stage our Warrior cheerleaders. Give them a cheer!
If you like it, say guacamole, guacamole. If you like it, say guacamole, guacamole. Two more. If you like it, say guacamole, guacamole. Last time, if you like it, say guacamole, guacamole.
Thank you very much, the Carpinteria cheer team.
That was awesome. Now let's hear you do it. Can you do that? Guacamole. One more.
Johnny, you know what I would say right now? It's prime time, which means we should start to introduce all of our incredible judges for the World Championship of Guacamole. So how about if you name our very first judge coming out right now?
Ladies and gentlemen, our first judge is a long-time name in the music industry, highly acclaimed worldwide, getting set to go on tour in Germany. He just won a Grammy for surround sound for his song Eye in the Sky. Oh, out to your chair. Ladies and gentlemen, he has been with us many times. He's a local resident, a rancher. He knows his farming. He knows his guacamole. He knows his music. He is Alan Parsons of the Alan Parsons Project. And how about a really big cheer for his recent Grammy? Our next year he's going to bring a big bowl of guacamole with the Grammy right in the middle of it, I'll bet.
That would be great to see. Our next amazing judge comes to you from our own area. She is the #1 hired social media expert on YouTube with over 1.9 billion. That is with the beef followers. She is Rebecca Brand.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great city of Carpinteria, California has a wonderful city council and city staff that allows this to happen for this really little festival, this little idea 33 years ago about celebrating the avocado. And look what it's become. The largest festival, free festival of its kind, zero free and trash, crime free in the state of California. There's no festival like this anywhere in the state of California. And one of the key members of the city of Carpinteria that makes it possible, and one of our judges is Dave Derflinger, the city administrator. Thank you, Dave, and thanks to the city of Carpinteria. And let me honor Fred Shaw back here. He is Mayor Pro Tem, I believe, right now, and the former mayor, and I don't know if there's any other mayoral dignitaries here, or city council dignitaries, but wave if you are.
We have that.
Our next judge, you have probably seen him if you've ever turned on a television anywhere in the world. Our next judge is Arthur von Wiesenberger, co-publisher of the Santa Barbara News Press. He has Around the World with Arthur von Wiesenberger. He's also the host of the new hit show, host of The Animal Zone, which is an animal TV series that goes around the entire world. Arthur, we know that you love guacamole. We're going to be coming to talk to you as you're a judge. Thank you very much, Arthur von Wiesenberger. Our next judge is one of my extremely dear friends. I love him to death because he cares so much about community. That and the other fact that he has one of my favorite restaurants in the entire world, and that is Los Arroyos Mexican Restaurant and Takeout. My dear friend, Tony Arroyo. And by the way, we're going to be going to him. If anybody knows about guacamole, it is Tony Arroyo. Restaurants in Goleta, Solvang, which is booming right now, Santa Barbara down Figueroa Street, obviously in Montecito, California, Camino Real, the one down here, Camarillo Outlet Malls, that's where we're at. Johnny?
And Indiana.
And Indiana, he's worldwide.
Right. Our next judge, ladies and gentlemen, is from the Food Liaison, one of the more honored restaurants in all of Carpinteria. I believe they won the Business of the Year Award from the City of Carpinteria at the annual State of the City dinner. It's Narissa Rodriguez.
And from our radio side of the world, from K-Line 101.7, she's been on the radio for 26 years. She's also worked so much with Kate of the Council, Alcohol and Drug Abuse. She was my partner on State Street and De La Guerra when we had the Viva La Fiesta, our famous Friday afternoon equestrian parade. Catherine Rainbow.
How many of you have tried the Avo Ale? How many of you have tried it several times? How many of you have not stopped drinking it since Friday?
Randy Shannon in the back's got his hand up the whole entire time. Santa Barbara Golf Club.
Randy has a hose coming from that truck to his cup. Our next judge is keenly involved in Rincon Brewery and also PB&J's, a beautiful sandwich shop on Casitas Pass, and one of the best restaurants in town, the Cork Tree Cellars. Here's the owner, our judge, and a food expert for her whole adult career, I'm sure, Jessica Clark, ladies and gentlemen.
He's a current Carpinteria resident. He is also your first district supervisor, Mr. Doss Williams.
And starting to complete out our judging table, she is the weekend anchor and the weekday reporter and one of the longest reporters on the Central Coast and anchors from Oxnard, Ventura, Santa Barbara, the whole coast. She works day and night, sometimes till 1 in the morning and then back up again at dawn, and is going to go to work this evening on the news, so you guys all make sure you get near this next judge. She is Tracy Lair from KEYT, KKFX, and KCOR, my colleague, and she's the real deal. And I'll be one of the other judges, and Drew will be interviewing us during the ceremony here, during the judging. And then afterwards, or while the judges are totaling, we're going to be auctioning off all kinds of avocados about this big or bigger. And all the money goes to the FFA, but we have the 3 grand winners, including an avocado that's in excess of 3 pounds, the size of a football. You'll have your chance to bid on it, probably get in the newspaper, and make the biggest vat of guacamole next to what the cheerleaders make down the street.
You know, Johnny, it's definitely bragging rights. It's bragging rights to have the largest avocado at the World Championships, and all the money raised gets invested in the FFA, which means Future Farmers of America. So if you believe in avocados, if you believe in farmers, you've got to believe in our children and our youth that are our future farmers of America. So here's what we're going to do. Way before this, how many are left-handed? Raise your left hand if you're left-handed. How many are right-handed? Raise your right hand. Johnny, that tells me that they can all bid on those avocados, my friend.
All right, Drew. So the way it's going to go, in just a moment, we're going to give out one first award that's already been pre-done. Not preset or fixed or anything. It's not fake news, ladies and gentlemen. It's a hard-earned award. The judges are going to be judging on presentation. So in a moment, they're going to walk around with their papers and get one award for presentation. How well do they present their guacamole, and where would it fit in the middle of a table or at a party or some other function? So that'll be one award. Then they're going to sit down. We're going to deliver them dollops of each of the entries, of which I believe we have 14 this year.
That's correct, 14.
14. They're going to taste them and rate them 1 through 10. Then our judges are going to calculate the papers. We'll auction the avocados and declare the winner. That's how it's going to go. But first, I need a moment of silence. One of our judges here for 10 years, ladies and gentlemen, one of our judges here for 10 years owned a restaurant across the street and down a block, and was one of the all-time acclaimed chefs and restaurant owners ever in Santa Barbara. And he passed away recently. And so I wanted you all to know, because some of you have met him here before, you've gone to his restaurant, you live locally, you took pictures with him, you know him from national and international news. And instead of a moment of silence, I'd like to have a big cheer for one of our judges who passed away, and we love him so much. Let him hear you in heaven. It's James Slide. James Slide. James was so supportive of this festival. Thank you so much. The Coastal View newspaper has the guide to the Avocado Festival in it, and also it has been covering every aspect leading up to it, and we'll follow up. So pick up your copy of the Coastal View newspaper throughout town and online. But they also had a contest for the restaurants in town, and let the readers vote on who makes the best guacamole in Carpinteria. And I'm proud to announce the winner. I'm going to have Drew hold this because I've got the names over in this pocket. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the award for the Avolicious competition from the Coastal View and the California Avocado Festival. Ladies and gentlemen, for the second year in a row, now a two-time champion, Delgado's Restaurant is the winner, and Christina has set up Samantha and Lainey, who will be coming forward to accept the prize. And here they come. Congratulations to Delgado's, Samantha and Lainey. Come up for a picture.
Years and local avocado.
And made with love, they said. And they're just down Carp Avenue. If you go that way on Carp Avenue, they'll be on your left side. Thank you to Delgado's, 55 years. All right.
So John Primetime Parliamentarian, it's time for you to take your seat. I'm going to come down. We're going to start the judging. And then once you're down, all of our judges, what they're going to do is they're going to get up with their papers. They're going to walk through and they're going to first do the eye test. The eye test, what does it look like? Kind of the smell and everything. Would it be presentable on a restaurant table, on a dining room table for a party? And then they'll come back and they'll actually start doing some of the tasting. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the start of the World Championship of Guacamole. Judges, are you ready? There you go. Do some judging. That's right.
And ladies and gentlemen, online in Santa Barbara, this gentleman over here at the entrance of the tent, John Dixon.
So you're the honoree today, right? Thank you.
You get to come out and taste the guacamole. So we'll control it.
How you doing?
Fine. It's been fun.
Presentations that celebrate the history of the multicultural history of guacamole. I see a couple of the presentations that are really, they put a lot of heart and soul into it. And ones that you could do at home.
Rebecca, how you doing?
Thank you very much, Josh.
Larry, this is so much fun. I can't believe it. We're having such a ball here at the guacamole contest.
Yeah.
We're doing the presentation right now. Did you get some of this? This looks like homemade tortillas. Whoever did this is cutting them. I'm just going to bring them up. They had a knife to cut this. This is a hand-cut heart-shaped tortilla. This is made with love. I am so impressed with what I'm seeing today. I can't wait to get to the taste.
What are you looking at, and what are you looking for? What's jumping out that's catching your eye?
I'm looking at originality and creativity and authenticity.
Wonderful presentation. I love that. Separate award. Catherine Raymock, I don't know if you're already back or you've already been up there, but what kind of presentations jumped out? Is there any ones today, can't have to be specific, that really jumped out to you for presentation of the guacamole?
Yes, it is. I have a few that already look at it, and you know, we eat from the eyes first. I said that last year, and they're already making me hungry. Yes.
If Tony Arroyo is already hungry for guacamole. You know what? Then that means they've done a great job. Did you hear what he said? I don't know if you're taking notes. He said we first start to eat with our eyes. So it's visual first. Very important. Eat with your eyes, and then you're going to be able to taste. Mr. Mike Stoker is with us today. He is the Southwest Region Administrator for the EPA. He covers 8 time zones, and I don't see all your posts because sometimes I'm actually asleep, but over 15 million people you take care of, and he's a Carpenter area resident. Mike Stoker, will you stand up, please, real quick? Stay up. Now, he was also a 2-term county supervisor, and he has his lovely wife with him, Debbie, who he just got married. But Mr. Mike Stoker, you travel the world, thank you very much. You're wearing green, you're a carpenter guy. How important...
More ocean than plastic. I mean, this carpinteria is avocados, and it doesn't get better than having the best avocado, the best festival anywhere, and drink some avocado ale. So it doesn't get better than that. It's all great.
How great is life? And by the way, I know how great you are, but Debbie, I know you've actually made him a lot better, by the way. Congratulations.
I agree with that, 100%.
Nice to see you guys.
So it looks like the two. What makes for an incredible guacamole avocado experience?
Wow, experience. Okay, that's a good question there, Drew. Well, first of all, the most important thing is there are 3 elements that make a great guacamole experience. For me, the first and most important, of course, is the guacamole, right?
Absolutely.
And what makes great guacamole the most important ingredient?
I'm going to say avocados.
You got it, exactly, an avocado. And if you're going to have a great avocado, where is that avocado got to come from?
I'm going to say Carpinteria, California.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Look at all these beautiful women here in the front row. Are we lucky or what? Anyway, I would say you got a great avocado that's ready, but not too ripe. And then you mush it up, but not too smooth. You want to have a little bit of chunk left in it. No, we don't puree. We don't want to have it turn into a smoothie. And then you want to have maybe a little bit of lemon, just a drop or 2 of lemon juice, maybe a little bit of jalapeno, sliced real thin, and a little bit of cilantro. But other than that, simple. Simplicity is the magic. The next important ingredient is the chip.
Absolutely. The chip is so important. I've had great guacamole, bad chips, and you know what? The chips go out and the spoon just comes out.
That's right. I mean, actually, the chips they're serving today are delicious. I don't know which kind they are.
Oh, you know what? They come from Grocery Outlet on Delavina Street. Grocery Outlet donated all these amazing chips, and that is what I understand is really going to help the guacamole taste today.
It's so important. I mean, if you don't happen to be out in this neck of the woods, you can always go to an Albertsons, and they have a one called Calidad, a restaurant-style Mexican tortilla chips. Also very good. The last and probably other real important ingredient for a great guacamole experience are the people you're eating the guacamole with, right? I mean, that's the most important in some ways.
Social event. What jumps out to you? What do you like in the taste of guacamole? And you can look at the lovely Maria Jimenez on the camera as well.
Well, I'm changing my whole approach this year. In the past, it was all about the texture, how fresh it was, if it was a little chunky, not too smooth, not too citrusy, not too garlicky, not too salty. The chips do not have salt on them, I don't believe. I don't taste any. But now I'm kind of getting into the mind of the maker. And if it's spicy, I know they intended it to be spicy, and I want to rate it on such. I used to say, what's it going to be like in the middle of a table at anybody's party? But now I'm going a little bit deeper. It's taken me 20 years to figure this out, and I have cleared the plate, and now I'm going for it. If it's spicy, I'm getting in their mind. They want it to be just a perfect spicy, with a little kick, guacamole. So that's what I'm looking for. My technique, though, as most people know, is that I moosh it out. And I look at it. I look what's in it. What can I see in it first? Then I rebuild it back and I take my bite. So that's my technique.
After 20 years, he's changed it. Now that is a deep reporter right there. He's going
behind this story, which is on the plate in front of him, going behind the scenes, trying to figure out what was the intent, and when he figures out what the intent is, then he judges it on that. It's investigative guacamole. Breaking news, investigative guacamole. Let's go back over to our table right here. Alan Parsons with the Alan Parsons Project. You've got Grammy Awards, you've got awards up and down. The list just goes on forever. But what about for guacamole? What is jumping out to you taste-wise? And what are you looking for anything specific? Or are you going into all 14 entrants right here, just blind, here's what I like, here's how it should taste for me?
It's a real challenge, you know, especially with 14 different varieties of guacamole, but I look for a strong avocado taste. That's important. And if the avocado taste is clouded by other things, then it's not good. So they have to preserve the avocados. I like a little bit of spice, not too much onion, all that kind of, you know, a few things. I mean, I grow avocados myself, so this is a big event for me today.
Everybody that's entered has, I think, hit it. There's been some, when everybody gets to taste it later, they'll see there are some individual recipes. Some have put a little fruit in it. Some have put maybe heavier on the red onion. There's a fruit one. I had some pineapple. I see some mango. I see a little red pepper. So there's a cucumber. So there's a lot of variety with the base of the Carpinteria avocados. So
has anything really jumped out to you that you just said, that's not enough on my plate, I definitely want to go back for more?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? The best ingredient for a recipe is an appetite. So all I had this morning was my latte, so I could come here and really get into it. Because if you're too full, you can't notice the nuances of the recipes. You really need to be hungry to taste it. And interesting, they're all, I think, perfectly salted. Usually there might be one that's a little too salty. They're perfect, I think. Well, that's just my opinion, but amazing. And like Alan's talking about the different spice that you would have. Some are spicier, and you all have personal taste on the spice factor. So that, you know, with the judges here, that's going to weigh in as what kind of judges are these? Hot and spicy judges? Or are these, you know, bland judges? I think we got a lot of hot and spicy judges here.
And by the way, little...
All right, Betty Brown.
Betty Brown, long-time avocado grower, community supporter, Carpinteria of the Year. And how did you smash that avocado on the seal's nose, the seal fountain nose, effectively?
I got a right one. It worked.
Friday to kick it off, she had to nail it right on the nose of the seal. Thank you, Betty.
$25.
Wow, let me see those. Wow.
25, there's 25 there. Will you go 30? I got 25 looking for 30 right there. The great hand, I got 30. Yep, here we go. I hear 150. Brad's got 150. You know what, Johnny, what they could do? They could go in with a partner, cut it in half. They still have a couple avocados. 150. What do we have them at? 200. Gary Thomas. He believes in farmers. Going once, going twice. Everybody's saying so. And the thing is, second place winner receives a $50 gift card to Los Arroyos Mexican restaurant and takeout. And Tony, that can be in Solvang, Figueroa, Montecito, Goleta, Camarillo, right? I love you, Tony. And our second place, I was going to use it in Indiana. Our second place runner-up is number, I don't even know the names, number 14. Number 14. We got a winner, here we go. Look at Tracy, Johnny, jump in. There you go, thank you very much. Second place. And the winner for the presentation
This is not the national election. We actually do have a winner. It's not going to be disputed. Our presentation overall winner, John Primetime Palmentary. No, presentation.
Number 13. It's this one over here. Number 13, and they have heart-shaped chips, a beautiful guacamole bowl with all kinds of colors, and it says muy bueno guacamole con corazón. Corazón.
I'm Lark Ann Cobb, for those of you who don't know me.
Okay, Lark, this is the runner-up for the overall World Championship of Guacamole. In second place, notice how quiet it is? Number 11. Number 11. She's coming down right now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Wow.
Charisse is back. She's a past two-time winner. Three-time? Four? Five-time winner.
Tony Arroyo once again, Los Arroyos Mexican Restaurant and Takeout. Here's your second place, $50 gift certificate to any of his wonderful restaurants. Tony, jump in. Here we go. And then you can say number 2, okay? All righty, how many are ready for the winner? How many are ready for the world champion of guacamole? So once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is the World Championship of Guacamole right here in Carpinteria, California, and your overall world champion is...
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner this year does come from Carpinteria. It is entry that's made with some of the basic Hass avocados, red onions, bell pepper, but a secret Mexican ingredient. Whoa. Her description calls it Mexico City made love. And Carpinteria, my passion.
And Tony Arroyo, I think, wants to take some of that recipe, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is number... I know which number it is. I'm trying to do drama here. Number 2! And our winner is Guadalupe Santana!
Here she comes.
He has a 3-tiered display, number 2. Guadalupe, stand right there next to it.
Hold this, hold that. You also get this.
You get the trophy. You get the Los Arroyos.
Got it.
We're gonna keep moving. Tell us about your entry.
Oh, this is my second time. The last year I get the second place, today the first place. So my passion is my son. My son, he support me a lot for make the guacamole.
And he's right there.
12.
He's got the camera.
There he is. Let's get a picture right there of your son.
All right.
Go on up, buddy.
What will you do with your prize? What will you do with your prize?
Well, what I'm doing with the prize, get the big dinner with my son.
So nice to see you.
Great to be here.
What neighborhood do you live in here in Carpinteria?
I live off of Baylor. I'm in the condos over there, and I'm right on Camino Real, and I look over the bluffs, and I look over the ocean, and look over the best that God has to give us anywhere in the world, right here in Carpinteria. Just so proud to be a Carpinterian.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
What did you just win?
Well, I won number 1, first place for presentation. At
Guacamole.
Yes, for my guacamole presentation, it was very authentico. I had all kinds of elements from carpinteria, from my garden, and from the origins of guacamole in Mexico.
Good.
Yes.
From your origins in Mexico?
My origins are from California, but I took pieces of Mexico because my heart is my guacamole was called Muy Bueno Guacamole con Corazón because it was full of heart and the heart of Mexico.
Is yours the one with the chips in the heart shape?
Yes, I made those chips.
And what shape are they in?
They're in the shape of a corazón, a heart. See.
Anything else you'd like to say about this festival or Carpinteria?
I would just like to say that this festival and the great holy avocado is so worthy of celebration. It feeds our hearts, our souls, and our minds. It's so healthy and so delicious and makes people happy. Yeah?
And you're a local Carpinteria?
Oh yes, I am. I'm Lark.
Your full name?
My name is Lark Ann Cobb. Yes.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a nurse. I'm Nurse Lark. Many people know me as Nurse Lark here from Sansom Clinic.
Nice to see you, Lark.
You too, Larry. Thank you.
Oh, you are?
Nan Treelor Panazon.
And what did you win today?
I got the largest avocado by weight award, first prize.
And where did you grow it?
On Santa Monica Road, close to Foothill. So just off of Santa Monica Creek.
And who are your famous ancestors or relatives?
Well, my relatives,
what names?
Treelor, came in the, I don't know, about 1885, and Stewart from Santa Barbara, which came about the same time.
Treelor, is there what's the Panazon?
Panazon is my husband's name, and it is famous mostly for my brother-in-law, who was the coach and principal at Carpinteria High School.
Lou Panazon.
Lou Panazon. And my husband is Marty, his brother.
All right. And what do you think of the Avocado Festival?
Well, I think it's wonderful. I think it may cause more people to move to Carpinteria, however. But it's fun. A small town festival is great. And of course, I love the opportunity of being able to enter and win something this year.
What's you think the key to growing good avocados?
Well, the key for me to growing good avocados is that my husband does 95% of the work, and I figure that it's my 5% that puts us over the top. His secret, he says, is water, fertilizer, and sun. And I have a little known fact, and that is that if you're going to grow avocados, you can't be too bothered by the cobwebs that you end up with in your hair and draping down your clothes.
Because the spiders are good for it?
The spiders are good for the trees, and so you can't be concerned about them when they're all over you. Yes.
Anything else you'd like to say?
No, I think that's all
Is this
of
your
my.
husband, Marty?
This is my husband, Marty.
Hi, Marty. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
What do you think about this Avocado Festival?
It's fantastic. It's one of the best ones I've been, and I've been here for 81 years, so this is the 33rd one, and we live right in the middle of it. And it's run a lot cleaner and better than it ever has been.
Where do you live?
Right here on the corner of Maple and 8th Street. We have a two-story Craftsman built in 1902.
What do you like about farming avocados?
It's a rewarding business. And it's not a real hard business. It's not like truck farming or anything like that. It's much easier than most farming, I believe.
Well, tell me, and your name is?
Sharice Turkendall.
What did you win today?
I won second place.
For your guacamole?
For my guacamole, yes.
What's your secret?
A little and chunkiness. And I just keep it simple. Yeah, just 5 basic ingredients. And I'm very picky about the avocados.
Where do you get your avocados?
This year, my husband over here ordered that case for me from his work, so they were bunny avocados, I think it was, right? Yeah.
So what do you think about the Avocado Festival?
I love the Avocado Festival. I absolutely love it. Here every year, it's the greatest thing ever. I think it's awesome.
You live here in town?
I live here in town, yes, in Carp.
What part of town?
Up and off of Baylord, Legoland, they call it. Is it Legoland? Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to say?
Sly, we're thinking about you today, obviously, deep in my heart. And everybody come and join the Avocado Festival every year. The more the merrier. One day I'm going to get the biggest avocado. One day I'm going to outbid Gary Dobbins.
All right.
Okay.
Not bad. Hey, so what do you think about this year's Avocado Festival?
Extraordinary. We had a great turnout of family and people from Orange County. I had tour buses yesterday on Saturday. The avocado ice cream was a huge hit. We got a lot of kids smiling when they eat it. The Rincon avocado beer was a big one. And this year we introduced taquitos for the first time that we had, so that was a big hit too. And retail is selling out of our t-shirts, so the poster and the stuff was really good. So
who are some of the nonprofits that benefit?
There's over 30. For me to try to list them all, it would be I'd forget somebody. But yeah, over 30. Last year, and I'm hoping to break that, we put $100,000 back into the coffers of the nonprofits. This year I've got another goal. I'm hoping to go at least 150. Divided out between the 30 or so that are represented here.
Does each nonprofit make what they make, I guess?
Yes, they like cheerleaders. They can make $25,000, $30,000 in an event here like this. Lions make bank on it also. So it's spread out over a large group of them. We had the Boy Scouts in it this year. They hadn't been back in a while, so I haven't checked with them on how they did, but they had a booth, and hopefully they did well. And then we have our scholarships that we take and give. We have 5 scholarships that all the tip money from the beer booths go into the scholarships, and including the Educator of the Year. We do with the Chamber.
How many years have you been with the Avocado Festival?
31 years.
Wow.
Fire damage. A lot of them had a smaller crop this year, so they had to mainly sell their crop for a good price. They got a good price, but they weren't the full what's the word I'm looking for? Blossom that they usually get. This next batch, which will come out this second part of the year, should be a good crop from what the growers told me. But yes, there was a struggle this year to get enough avocados for the festival, for the cheerleaders. It was, and it was from the fire. The fire, yeah.
Okay, thanks, Gary.
You're welcome, Larry.
What's the deal?
Hi, it's an annual family reunion. My mom has been renting a house on Sandyland for the past 22 years. This one was not even crawling yet. And yeah, your birth year.
What do you like about coming to Carp?
Oh gosh. Well, we always come to Avocado Festival. We're down on the beach, having snacks and drinks. We're right on the water, watching the dolphins go by. She got buried in the sand by all her cousins yesterday. So yeah, we always take a picture and play family games. It's ridiculous. And I don't know how many of these we bought this year, but a lot.
How many family members are on?
How many do you think if you had to? 30?
30?
Yeah,
Wow.
a lot.
Well,
We fly in, they fly in from my brother
where do you
from.
come from?
We live in Lake Arrowhead.
Nice. And you too?
Yeah, I'm up in Lake Arrowhead. Actually came from Palm Desert this year, living there part-time right now. And
where are the other relatives?
Lake Arrowhead, but we have Chicago, Georgia, Running Springs, excuse me. Georgia, Chicago, oh my gosh, who else?
Well, and do you have any favorite things at the Avo Festival, any of you?
Candy store.
The candy store, good.
We just rode the Ferris wheel. I'm not sure it was my favorite. It was a little scary, huh?
Yeah.
But it was fun. I like seeing the bands.
All the avocados, of course.
Guacamole.
Okay, well, thanks a lot. Nice
Thank
to
you.
be part of our town.
All right.
So you are?
I'm Frank Allegria
with
Del Rey Avocado.
And what are you doing here today?
Well, I've been here for about 25 years in the tent here, talking to people about avocado trees.
What types of things do you tell them?
They ask about how to grow their trees at home and what the problems are with them. They ask about what variety their trees are, and so we help them. Some bring in samples of fruit and say, "What's this?" And we try to help them out a little bit.
What are some of the popular varieties to grow at home?
A lot of people are growing Fuertes and Hass, but there's still some out there that are growing Bacons and some Reeds and stuff, some other varieties.
How are avocados doing?
Avocados are doing really well. We've had a kind of a slow year this year because with the hot spell in 2018 in July, kind of rocked our crop really hard. A lot of groves lost a major portion of the crop with the heat. We were between 115 and 118 in our foothills here. And so we're kind of on the comeback. It's going to be a bigger crop year next year, and we're looking forward to a good year next year.
What do you have here?
We're California Women for Agriculture, and we have tea towels that were custom.
Can you show me one?
Absolutely. It was custom designed for us by John Wilbrandt, and so nobody else has this design. We're the only ones. Yeah. And this is our fundraiser. Everything, all of our proceeds go to support the FFA and ag education at the high school.
It's like a work of art. How much are they?
These are 13.
Okay, I'll have a couple.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
We have 100 varieties of avocado from the South Coast Research Center's Avocado Variety Collection.
What type of research is going on?
Well, they're always trying to find another good commercial variety, and it's a very hard thing to do. Mostly we just have them so that we have the collection, so if somebody wants to do any breeding of avocados, we have the budwood available.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
They can just sign up and get a piece of your avocados?
It's pretty hard to get in there because it is a closed research facility. But sometimes people will ask Benny or me for avocado budwood, and very often we can find it and supply it to them.
What are a couple of your favorite varieties?
In July, I like Helen the best. Well, this one is very immature. It should not have been picked until next July. So it would be much larger than this. It is a wonderful avocado, and I got it from a lady that had a whole field of them, and she sold it to a Mexican restaurant chain because it peels so beautifully, and it's really a nice avocado. And so I got it from her maybe 20 years ago, and we grafted it into the collection. A wonderful avocado.
Maybe another?
Yeah. Now in May, I like, just a minute, see if I can find it. We had them all. In May, we like JB. Now JB, we call it the connoisseur's avocado because it's really, really good, and it has a small seed. This one should have stayed on the tree until next March, April, or May. But in May, there's not a better avocado in the world than JB. And in the spring, I love Pinkerton. And also I love Fuerte. And Pinkerton, Fuerte, and of course, Hass is a quality avocado. And let's see, let's get to fall. In the fall, we like Reed or Nabal or Holiday. Those are three really nice fall avocados. So we love those. And in November, we get the Stewart avocado, which is a Mexican avocado, and it's quite good. It was early this year, so we've been picking a lot of Stewarts. And this is October, so they're 2 months early, and the trees are just loaded. So that's a nice one.
What's that big one right there?
Okay. This avocado is a General Bureau. It has a lot of West Indian DNA, I guess you call it. There are 3 races of avocados: Guatemalan, Mexican, and West Indian. This is a Mexican avocado. It's a little reddish. It's Martin. It's a very nice little Mexican avocado. Takes about 8 months on the tree. This one has a lot of West Indian in it. It's big, it's smooth, and it's going to be a lot more watery. Good. Let's see if I can find. Okay. Anyway. West Indians are bumpy, and they take a lot longer on the tree. 100% Guatemalan takes 18 months on the tree, and they have a lot of oil. I talked to somebody today that said that they had Nabal avocados, which are 100% Guatemalan and are ready in the fall, and they sold them to a fancy restaurant, and they cut them in half and they used them in this fancy restaurant. But commercially, it's mostly all Hass. Rhymes with pass, Hass, and because they know that one through and through, and a person that's selling avocados doesn't want to sell a bunch of stuff they don't know anything about. So they know a lot about Hass, and it is a very quality avocado. So that's the one they sell commercially.
Anything else you'd like to say about avocados?
When is this one usually? Well, just a second. This is a female avocado flower.
Someone told me
this is a male avocado flower.
That's the male, and what's the female?
This is the female.
What's the difference?
Well, the difference is that there are 2 types of avocados, the A flower type and the B flower type. The A flower type is female in the morning. That same flower closes, becomes a male flower the next afternoon. The B flower type is female in the afternoon, closes the next morning, becomes female. Now that's not in Florida, that's in California.
Are both flowers on one tree, or just is one or the other?
Every flower does the same thing. So if you have an A flower type like Hass and a B flower type like Fuerte, and they're side by side, there's male and female all day long. So you're going to get a lot better crop than if you have 2 A flower types, like say you had a Zutano and a Fuerte. They're both Bs. They would not pollinate half as much.
Do they use the same resources? Is that why?
They're just different. I don't know why. But some do a better selfing. When they change from female to male, it's not all at the same exact second, and so you get some self-pollination. But from what I have read and heard, if you get cross-pollination, you get a better connection. Your fruit is going to stay on the tree a little better.
Well, thank you. And your name again, and where you're from?
Julie Frink, and I'm from Huntington Beach, California.
Huntington Beach, what?
California.
And the facility?
Oh, the facility is in Irvine, and it's a South Coast Research Center, or South Coast Research, station. Yeah.
Thank you a lot. Well, hi, and you are?
My name is Tony.
What's going on here?
We are Los Padres Outfitters. We take people horseback riding down to the beach and also back into the backcountry. We're selling our merchandise and also giving out information about our trips, our beach rides. One of the really cool things about us is that we have about 300 miles of trail just here locally that we have access to ride, and we like to be able to show it to the people who might not necessarily be able to experience it without.
Well, is there a website or phone?
There sure is. It's www.lospadresoutfitters.com. Our phone number is 805-755-8687.
Well, thank you. Have a good Avo.
Thank you. You too.
Hi, and you are?
Hey, my name's Peter DeGray, representing carp growers. Carp
big letters CARP for Cannabis Association for Responsible Producers. And yeah, we're one of the sponsors of this year's California Avocado Festival.
And what else? What's going on with the cannabis industry?
So our group really sets out to distinguish ourselves as the farmers. We have 12 member farms who set the best practices, best environmental practices, best way really to relate with our neighbors, be responsive in the community and caring. And part of what we do is our membership dues really contribute to a lot of community causes like Girls Inc. of Carpinteria and other nonprofits that our community really relies upon.
School district too, I know.
Yeah, Carpinteria Unified School District, we're working with them to put a mental health and substance abuse counselor at Carpinteria Middle School, which was a top priority that they had going into the school year because state funding for that type of stuff isn't necessarily what it used to be, so we like to help to fill in those gaps.
Is it a big local employer, the cannabis industry?
Yeah, so just in our association alone, I can't speak for the few farms that aren't in our association, but just with our 12 members, we have over 900 employees locally. So, okay. Yeah. And this weekend, we've been meeting people, doing educational cannabis quizzes, asking people questions about cannabis industries, regulations, etc. Really just as a way to continue to make people familiar and offering to have them sign up for our newsletter and future farm tours.
Up here. And you're with?
Rincon Brewery. I'm Chaz Cloud. I'm the head brewer, and I manage all the beer production.
So what's it like being a brewer?
It's the best job ever. I feel very fortunate that I have a job that a lot of people do as a hobby, which, like I said, is very rewarding.
Why are breweries so popular these days?
People love beer. It's kind of like art for the masses. You can produce beer in quantity, sell it. We don't have vintages like wine, so the beer should be the same each time.
Okay, well I know Rincon Brewery is one of my favorite places. Anything else you'd like to say?
No, please drink our beer. You'll find us all around Ventura, Santa Barbara counties and San Luis Obispo. I've got a couple new places in the works, so you should be seeing some tasting rooms popping up around town. Working on Santa Barbara at the moment. We also have our Ventura location over by Ventura College.
What's it like being here at the Avocado Festival?
Avocado Festival is great. It's awesome to see this crowd and how engaged people are in the beers and avocado, and that we're actually using avocado in the beer, which makes it a really fun process and challenge.
The pit?
The pits, yeah. We toast them, grind them up in a food processor, and then toast them again to get some color on them, and then we treat them like a grain. So we're adding them into the mash with all of our other grains, and there is some conversion of some of the starch in that pit into sugars too, and yeah, some of the flavor carries through.
Good luck to Rincon Brewery.
Cheers.
How's it going, Mark? At the Avocado Festival.
I like it. It's good.
Okay.
I like the food.
Good food. And nice people like yourselves. Thank you. Oh, nice face. What? Doing here?
We're trying to put it back in the bag.
What is it?
It's the.
Did somebody win it?
Yes. Did you win it?
Yes, I'm so
Oh, excellent. So you won it. Where are you from?
I'm from Calabasas.
Okay.
So but I was visiting and staying at a friend's beach house who's from Carpinteria. So anyway, I'm thrilled. I'm very excited to have my own paddleboard. So
You won it from the Rotary?
Rotary, and actually the reason I went ahead and did it is my brother-in-law had been president of Rotary in Pismo, California, and I have a childhood friend who was president of Rotary in Visalia, California, and I thought, I'll fill out, tickets, $20 for Rotary, and look at how it turned out.
Wow.
Very excited.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
I like it.
What do you think about the Avocado Festival?
It's awesome. It's a great time. Come down, see some friends, get some great beer, get some avocado-themed beer, and some amazing food. Can't complain.
The tri-tip, amazing. Good music.
I have a tri-tip in my pocket.
Oh, there you go.
Ready for later.
Yeah, it's great. It's really good.
Where are you from?
We
live in Santa Barbara.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to town.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You representing here today?
Cutco Cutlery.
And how's it been being here at the Avo Fest?
Awesome. We've had really good days, especially Saturday. Saturday was a really great day for us.
And so what do you think of this festival?
It's really, really cool. Lots of good avocados, especially the deep fried ones.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Not racing, you need to step back.
About the Avocado Festival.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Avocado
fun,
Festival was great. You know, it's a nice time. We're not too far away. Why not come down, have a good time?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Right. We live up there on the beach.
You're
so we live. We're locals. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you do for a living, if I may ask?
Finance.
Finance.
Okay. Yeah.
Darn, they're sold out.
Yeah.
Oh. Record year. Can't beat them. Hey, congratulations. We love you. Oh, you love me too? Wow. Thank you.
Thank you, Avocado. Thank you, Mike Lazaro. Thank you, Eric. Eat your guacamole.
Festival.
I'm from Oxnard, California, and I think the Avocado Festival is pretty great. It's a good place, a lot of fun for the family. Good bands, good drinks, you know.
What are you representing there?
My barbershop, Coda Barber and Style, Fillmore, California.
Okay, well, nice to see you. What do you like about this festival?
I love the music the most, and the drinks. You can't beat the drinks.
Okay, well, thank you. Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Have you been before?
No, first time.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
You gonna come back, you think?
Definitely.
Okay, nice. Hey, so you are?
John Palmentary.
What'd you think of all of this?
Well, I'll tell you, I can't really describe it until I put my super secret avocado glasses on. The California Avocado Festival this year is once again one of the best festivals in the state of California. Large, we're talking 80,000 people, 3
Really?
days of peace, love, and guacamole. And you know, there was an avocado everything at every turn, it seemed like. But I saw a lot of smiles, a lot of great souvenirs. I got a hat, first ever Avocado Festival beach towel.
Oh, right. I need to get one of
You
those.
see that?
Yeah, that's very cool.
And there's the logo.
Oh, nice.
And then I got the grand prize. Well, I got that too. But check this out. I have Rancho Cecilia ready to go avocados.
Really?
And these were the avocados that were in the winning guacamole for the World Championship of Guacamole from Rancho Cecilia in Carpinteria, California, made by Guadalupe Santana. I was saying that at every turn you can get something with guacamole or an avocado, and it is a unique festival in California. And as we are wrapping up here, we know by talking to the Sheriff's Department right over here, it was zero crime and zero waste. Everything is going to be recycled. That is the hallmark of this festival. Happy people, successful vendors, economic stimulus for Carpinteria. Kids of all ages were having fun. Everybody's stomach is a couple of inches bigger over the last 3 days. The police are happy, the community's happy, and the vendors are happy. So I'm gonna take my ready to go avocados and start working on these, and I have 2 really solid ones in there. They'll be good to go in a few days.
Thanks, John. Did you also report on this for KEYT?
Yes, I've been sending pictures and video in. Tracy Lehrer is gonna have it on the evening news, and we'll have much more showing up on our web, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all the other social media out there. We're gonna say on all platforms and all levels, holy guacamole, it's once again the great California Avocado Festival in Carpinteria, California.
Thanks, John. Michael Hickey, what'd you think of the Avo Fest?
It was a great avocado festival. I've worked quite a few of them, and this year was the smoothest.
Really?
Yep. Thank you to Rob and Kathy for making my life a lot easier this year.
Nice. What did you do working them?
I was on 9th Street. I was doing the parking for the bands.
Nice.
And it's very smooth.
Very smooth.
And I was happy this year because for the first time after 12 years, they gave me a walkie-talkie to work with too.
Fun.
So I could hear what was going on, and that was great.
Thanks, Michael. Keep
Yep.
up the good work.
Okay.
Hey, what did you ladies think of the Avo Fest?
It was great.
Very fun.
Very fun.
What did you do?
Fred Shaw, City Councilman,
What do you
here
think
in the
about
beautiful city of Carpinteria. I think it's incredible. Great turnout. The people are having a super time. I can tell you the avocado ale is wonderful. The guacamole, everything has just been perfect. The bands, the sound has been great. I've been here every day and absolutely loved it, and people seem to be really happy with it.
Now, who's here? Locals or out-of-towners?
Today it's pretty much of a mix. Friday night, a lot of locals, but some of these people are almost locals. They've been coming to this thing for 15, 20, 25 years, so they're here a lot. You know, they know the area as well as some of us that live here full time. So it's just, it's a great festival. It was funny earlier, you probably were there, the avocado judging contest won by a local, which was kind of nice. And then the bidding for that big avocado, man, $500 for an avocado. Now granted, it was a big avocado, but that was entertaining. All in all, it's just been a great festival. Everybody seems to be rocking to the music. Good time.
Well, thanks so much, Fred, and keep up the good work.
Thank you. You take it easy, Larry. We'll see you around town for sure.
Woohoo!